Welcome to this moment. You have arrived here, right now, exactly where you need to be. This is your time, a precious pause carved out from the flow of your day. Wherever you are, whatever has brought you here, you have taken the first step toward releasing tension, calming your mind, and restoring balance within. I invite you now to gently settle into a comfortable position. You may choose to sit with your back upright but relaxed, feet planted firmly on the ground, or perhaps you prefer to lie down, allowing your body to fully surrender to the surface beneath you. Wherever you are, whatever posture feels right, make it your own. Allow your hands to rest loosely in your lap or by your sides if you are lying down. Let your eyes softly close or keep a gentle gaze lowered if that feels better for you. Begin to bring your attention inward, turning away from the busyness of the outside world and inviting your awareness to the present moment. There is no need to do anything, but be here now, just as you are. No expectations, no goals, no pressure. This moment is simply a doorway, an invitation to rest in yourself, to open to whatever is. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel the cool air enter your nostrils, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for a moment at the top, and then exhale gently, allowing the breath to flow out naturally through your mouth or nose. Notice the release, the softening that happens as you let go of what no longer serves you. With your next breath, sense the subtle movements in your body, the rise of your chest, the expansion of your belly, the slight lift of your ribs. Then feel the gentle fall, the softening, the ease as you breathe out. This breath is your anchor, your ever-present companion, steady and reliable. If your mind wanders away, as it will, simply notice where it has drifted and kindly, without judgment, return your attention to the breath. There is no need to chase thoughts or fight distractions. Each return to your breath is a gentle act of kindness and presence. Feel the surface beneath you, the chair, the floor, the bed, holding you with unwavering support. Sense the weight of your body sinking deeper into that support. Safe and grounded, let your shoulders drop away from your ears, releasing any tightness you may be holding there. Allow your jaw to soften, your tongue to rest comfortably in your mouth. Bring your attention now to the top of your head. Imagine a warm, soothing light beginning here, a gentle glow that invites relaxation and calm. As you breathe in, feel this light expands slowly downward, flowing like a wave of warmth and ease over your forehead, smoothing out any tension. Let this calmness spread over your eyes, softening your gaze behind closed lids. Allow the light to travel down your face, releasing the muscles around your cheeks and mouth. Notice any tightness you may be holding. Invite it to melt away with your exhale. Feel the warm glow continue down your neck and shoulders, dissolving stress as it moves. Breathe deeply into your chest, feeling it rise and fall with ease. Let the light flow into your arms, all the way to your fingertips. Sense any lingering tension there gently dissolve. Now bring your awareness to your back. Often, we carry stress in the muscles along our spine and shoulder blades. Imagine the soothing light moving down your back, releasing knots, softening tightness, inviting your spine to lengthen and your posture to relax naturally. Let the warmth continue to flow down through your belly and lower back. Feel your abdomen rise and fall gently with each breath, releasing any tightness. Allow the light to cascade down through your hips, your thighs, knees, calves, and finally to your feet and toes. Feel your entire body now bathed in this warm, calming light. Notice the sensations of softness, weight, and ease. Notice the stillness that begins to settle beneath the surface of your breath and body. This grounding of body and breath is a returning home. It is a pause where you reconnect with yourself, with the present moment, and with a natural sense of balance. As you rest here, gently remind yourself this is your time. A space free from judgment or expectation. A space to be still, to breathe, to observe. Begin to sense the rhythm of your breath as a natural tide, flowing in, flowing out. With every inhale, invite a feeling of calm, fresh energy entering your body and mind. With every exhale, release tension, stress, and any heaviness you may be carrying. Allow your breathing to find its own natural pace now, neither forcing nor holding, simply observing the life force moving in and out with ease. If your mind begins to wander, as minds naturally do, notice the thoughts without clinging. See them as clouds drifting across a vast, clear sky. They come and go, changing shape and form. But the sky remains steady and open. Your awareness is like the sky, vast and spacious. Your thoughts are the passing clouds. Whenever you find yourself pulled away by a thought or sensation, remember, you can always return to your breath, your body, this moment of calm. Take a few more breaths here, savoring the gentle rhythm, the steady presence. With each breath, deepen your connection to the here and now. Feel the sensation of life moving through you, quiet, steady, and full of potential. Know that in this moment you are safe, you are supported, you are exactly where you need to be. This practice is your refuge, a place you can return to again and again whenever you need to release tension, find calm, and restore balance. As we prepare to journey deeper into this practice, bring your attention softly to the gentle rise and fall of your chest and belly. Feel the subtle expansion with each inhale and the relaxing release with each exhale. Allow this rhythm to become the center of your awareness, a beacon guiding you through moments of distraction and restlessness. Notice how even the smallest shift in attention, returning to your breath, can bring peace. Feel your body more settled, your mind a little quieter. You are inviting balance, calm, and clarity to grow within you. And with that, prepare to open your heart and mind to the next part of this practice, a journey of gentle release, mindful awareness, and deep restoration. Take one last deep breath in, filling yourself with calm energy, and exhale fully, letting go of any remaining tension. Slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes or lift your gaze, carrying this sense of grounded presence with you. Thank you for giving yourself this time to rest and be present. Welcome back to this moment of stillness, this space where we explore the gentle art of releasing negative energy and restoring balance. Now that you have settled your body and calmed your breath, we begin to turn our attention to an essential understanding: the nature of negative energy. Negative energy is a phrase many of us recognize intuitively. It's that weight, that heaviness, that tension that sometimes fills our body and mind. It might arise from stress, frustration, worry, anger, or sadness. At times, it feels like a dense cloud blocking our light. But in the wisdom of Zen, this negative energy is seen quite differently, not as something to fear or fight against, but as a natural part of life's flow, impermanent and transformable. Imagine walking outside after a rainstorm. The sky is heavy with clouds, the air is thick and cool, and the earth feels damp beneath your feet. This heaviness in the atmosphere is natural, a moment in the weather's rhythm. It is not permanent. Soon the sun will break through, the clouds will drift away, and light will return. Negative energy, in the same way, is a natural part of our inner weather. It comes and goes, like clouds and storms in the vast sky of our mind. This understanding is central to Zen teachings that all things, whether pleasant or unpleasant, arise and pass away. Nothing remains fixed, nothing stays forever. This impermanence is a source of freedom because it tells us that negative energy is not a permanent state or an unchanging part of who we are. From a Zen perspective, negative energy arises because of conditions. Conditions within us, conditions in our environment, conditions in our relationships, and conditions in our thought. Just as clouds form when moisture gathers in the air under certain conditions, so too does negative energy form when certain mental or emotional conditions arise. These conditions might be tension held in the body, unresolved emotions, unhelpful thought patterns, or reactions to difficult situations. When we become aware of these conditions with gentle curiosity rather than judgment, we open the door to transformation. Transformation does not mean forcing the negative energy away or suppressing it. It means recognizing it clearly, experiencing it fully without resistance, and allowing its natural movement to unfold. Like a river that flows around a rock, our attention, when steady and calm, can move around negative energy rather than getting stuck or overwhelmed by it. It's important to remember that Zen practice is not about achieving a state of constant happiness or bliss, but about cultivating equanimity, a balanced mind that can meet all experiences, pleasant or unpleasant, with openness and acceptance. Negative energy, then, is part of this landscape, and learning to relate to it with mindfulness and compassion is a vital skill. Let's reflect on this with a simple analogy. Imagine you are sitting by a campfire on a cool evening. The fire produces smoke. Sometimes the smoke drifts gently away. Other times, it billows heavily in your direction. The smoke can irritate your eyes and lungs if you resist or try to fight it. But if you adjust your position or notice the wind's direction, you allow the smoke to pass without distress. The fire is the energy within you, sometimes warm and comforting, sometimes releasing smoke, which represents the negative energy. You do not extinguish the fire, but relate skillfully to its smoke. This story reminds us that negative energy is not an enemy to conquer, but a natural expression of life's movement. When you develop awareness and patience, you learn to meet negative energy without fear or resistance. This meeting itself begins the transformation. It is also helpful to understand that negative energy often has a message or purpose, just as these energies are teachers. They invite us to look more deeply into ourselves, into habits, beliefs, or unmet needs. In the busy pace of modern life, we often try to push away or distract ourselves from these feelings, and to allow the natural process of release and renewal. Negative energy, once held in silence or ignored, can accumulate and manifest as anxiety, irritability, fatigue, or even physical discomfort. By bringing mindful awareness to it, we create space for it to move, to shift, and to dissolve. Consider your own experience for a moment. Think about a time when you noticed tension rising in your body, or a difficult thought repeating in your mind. Maybe you felt frustration with a situation, worry about the future, or sadness about something lost. These feelings and energies are part of your human experience, and they arise for all of us. Now, imagine, instead of pushing them away or getting caught up in the story around them, you allow yourself to sit with the sensation, breathing gently, inviting a soft curiosity. Notice how the energy feels. Is it tight or heavy, buzzing or dull? Observe its texture without trying to change it. What happens when you give it this kind, open attention? Often, just this simple act of mindful witnessing begins to ease the energy. The tension softens, the mind quiets, and you may even notice that the feelings begin to shift or fade. This is the transformative power of mindfulness, not to fix or avoid, but to gently illuminate and allow. Through this process, negative energy loses its grip and releases its hold, restoring a natural balance. It is also important to realize that sometimes negative energy may be more intense or persistent. This is natural, just as storms in nature vary in intensity and duration. So too do emotional and mental storms. Zen practice teaches patience, holding steady through these times without forcing or resisting. Like a tree standing firm in the wind, we can learn to be resilient, grounded in presence. We can also cultivate compassion for ourselves when negative energy arises. It is not a sign of weakness or failure. It is part of being human. Allow yourself, Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh. When another person makes you suffer, it is because he suffers deeply within himself, and his suffering is spilling over. He does not need punishment. He needs help. That's the message he is sending. You may find that the more you welcome negative energy with open awareness, the less power it has over you. It becomes a passing cloud in the vast sky of your consciousness, something that comes and goes, but does not define you. Zen teachings also remind us that energy is neither inherently good nor bad. It is simply energy, movement, flow, change. It is our relationship to this energy that determines how we experience it. When we resist or fear negative energy, it often grows stronger. When we approach it with acceptance and understanding, it transforms. In this way, negative energy can become a gateway to deeper insight, greater freedom, and renewed balance. In the coming moments of this practice, I invite you to gently explore your own experience of negative energy with kindness, with curiosity, with patience. Notice the sensations in your body, the thoughts in your mind, the feelings in your heart. Allow yourself to observe without judgment, without rushing. Breathe into the space around these energies and sense the possibility of release. Trust in your natural capacity to transform and restore balance. This practice is not about perfection or eliminating all difficulty. It is about becoming a wise, compassionate witness to your own experience. It is about learning to rest peacefully in the midst of change with each breath. Allow the ground beneath you to support your weight. With each breath, invite a gentle ease to flow through your body. With each breath, open to the vastness of your awareness, clear, spacious, and free. Know that in this spaciousness, negative energy can dissolve naturally. Know that in this spaciousness, peace is always available. Thank you for bringing your presence here now. Let us continue together on this journey of mindful release and restoration. Now, gently bring your attention to the breath. There is no need to change your breathing. Simply observe it as it is right now. Notice the natural flow of air moving in and out of your body. Feel the subtle rise of your chest and belly as you inhale, the gentle fall as you exhale. The breath is always with you, a constant companion, a steady rhythm anchoring you in the present moment. As you continue to follow the breath, begin to bring your awareness to the sensations in your body. Notice if there is any tension, tightness, or discomfort anywhere. You might sense it as a gripping, a hardness, or even a dull ache. There is no need to fix or change anything, yet just observe with gentle curiosity. Allow your mind to be like a kind, compassionate witness, noticing what is, without judgment or resistance. Start by scanning the top of your head. Notice any sensations here. Is the scalp tight or relaxed? The forehead, the muscles, smooth or creased? Allow your breath to flow naturally as you observe. Let your awareness slowly move down to your eyes. Are they relaxed? Or do you notice strain, perhaps from staring at screens or focusing too hard during the day? Without trying to alter anything, simply notice. Now bring your attention to your jaw. The jaw often holds tension without our awareness. Is it clenched or soft? Can you feel the gentle space between your teeth? Allow your breath to soften this area with each exhale. Imagine the breath flowing to the muscles here, inviting release. Let your awareness continue down your neck and shoulders. This is a common area where tension accumulates. Notice if the shoulders are lifted or heavy. See if the neck feels stiff or supple. With each inhale, invite your breath to gather any tightness here. With each exhale, imagine the tension melting away like ice under the warm sun. Pause here and take a few full breaths, deeply inhaling and fully exhaling. Feel the chest expanding and contracting, the lungs filling and emptying. As you breathe out, imagine releasing not just the air, but also any heaviness, any burden you may be carrying. Gently shift your attention down your arms to your hands and fingers. Notice if there is any tightness or relaxation. Are your hands clenched or open? Feel the weight of your hands resting, heavy or light. Allow the breath to move here, softening any areas of tension. Now bring your awareness to your back. Notice the sensations along your spine. Is the back straight but relaxed? Or are there areas of stiffness or discomfort? Without judgment, simply observe. Imagine your breath flowing along the length of your spine, bringing ease and openness. Continue to your abdomen and belly. Feel the rise and fall with each breath. Sometimes we hold tension here when we are stressed or anxious. Is your belly tight or soft? Can you invite a gentle release here with your out-breath? Allow the breath to be a wave washing over this area, soothing and relaxing. Now bring your attention to your hips and pelvis. Notice how this part of your body connects you to the ground. Is there any tightness or holding here? Imagine the breath flowing into the hips and pelvis, encouraging relaxation. Feel the support beneath you as you release any tension. Slowly move your awareness down your legs to your knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Notice any sensations, warmth, coolness, tension, or ease. Are your feet heavy or light? Imagine your breath flowing down to your toes, softening and releasing any tightness. As you complete this full body scan, take a moment to sense the whole body as one unified field of awareness. Notice the interplay between areas of tension and ease, hardness and softness. Know that it is natural for the body to have moments of tension. This is part of being alive and experiencing the world. Now, begin to bring your focus more deeply to the breath once again. With every inhalation, feel the energy of fresh oxygen filling your body, revitalizing every cell. With each exhalation, imagine tension flowing out, dissolving into the air. Breathe in calm, breathe out tension, breathe in peace, breathe out stress. If your mind begins to wander, notice this gently. Recognize the thoughts or distractions without judgment and lovingly guide your attention back to the breath and the sensations of the body. Each return is a moment of practice and kindness to yourself. Let your breathing become the steady anchor amidst the currents of sensation and thought. Allow the breath to carry you deeper into relaxation. Imagine the breath as a soft breeze, gently moving through your body, inviting every muscle, every fiber to loosen and soften. As you continue this process, you might notice certain areas where tension feels stronger or more persistent. Without trying to force the tension away, direct your breath to these areas with a sense of warmth and openness. Picture the breath as a healing light flowing in and out, bringing ease and release. Notice how the body responds naturally to this invitation. Muscles may soften, the heart rate may slow, the mind may quiet. Feel the expanding space that emerges as tension melts away. Allow yourself to rest in this spacious. Now, as you deepen into this state of gentle release, begin to cultivate a sense of gratitude for your body, for its strength, resilience, and the wisdom it holds. Thank your body for supporting you through every moment, through every breath, through every experience. Recognize that tension, like all sensations, is temporary. It arises and passes away. Your awareness, the witness to these sensations, remains steady and calm. Allow this awareness to be your refuge. Whenever tension arises in your life, whether physical, mental, or emotional, you can return to this breath-centered presence. It is a safe harbor amid the storm. With every breath, deepen your connection to this calm and balanced state. Feel how your whole being is invited into harmony, mind, body, and spirit. Take a few moments now to simply rest here, breathing gently, feeling fully present, grounded, and at ease. When you are ready, begin to bring gentle movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your shoulders, stretch if it feels good. And when you open your eyes, carry this sense of breath-centered calm with you. Remember, this practice is always available to you. The breath is your anchor, your friend, your guide. Whenever tension arises, come back to this simple, powerful tool. Thank you for sharing this time and space to nurture your well-being and restore your balance. Once, in a quiet mountain temple, far removed from the noise of the world, there lived a wise Zen master, renowned for his deep understanding and serene presence. People from many places came to seek his guidance, hoping to learn the way to peace and clarity. One day, a young scholar, eager to learn, arrived at the temple. He was known far and wide for his intellect and his many accomplishments. Confident in his knowledge, he believed that he was already wise and prepared for all that the master could teach him. The scholar bowed respectfully and asked the master to teach him the path to enlightenment and true understanding. The master smiled gently and invited the scholar to sit and share tea. A servant brought a beautiful porcelain cup filled with fragrant tea. The master began to pour the tea slowly into the cup. The cup filled, yet the master continued pouring. Tea spilled over the sides, dripping onto the floor. The scholar watched. In confusion, his brow furrowed. Finally, unable to contain himself, he exclaimed, "Master, the cup is full. No more tea will fit." The master stopped pouring and looked at the scholar with kind eyes. "Like this cup," the master said softly, "your mind is full of opinions, ideas, and assumptions. How can I show you the way if your mind is already full? You must first empty your cup." This simple yet profound story carries layers of meaning that unfold as we reflect deeply at first glance. The overflowing cup is a metaphor for a mind burdened with preconceived notions and mental clutter. When we approach new learning or insight with a mind already filled to capacity with judgments, expectations, or fixed beliefs, we close ourselves off to fresh understanding. The story invites us to pause and ask ourselves, what is filling my mind? What assumptions or habitual thoughts keep me from seeing clearly? How might I begin to let go of what no longer serves me, making space for something new? Consider the nature of the mind like a cup. When the cup is full, even there is no room for anything else. New knowledge, fresh perspectives, or deeper truths cannot enter because the cup is already occupied in our busy, modern lives. The mind often resembles this overflowing cup. We carry worries about the future, regrets about the past, constant planning and problem solving. Our mental chatter can be relentless, endless lists of things to do, judgments about ourselves and others, reactions to every little stimulus. The mental clutter crowds out the calm clarity that is the essence of mindfulness and Zen practice. Zen teachings emphasize beginner's mind, the state of openness, eagerness, and freedom from preconceptions. When we cultivate beginner's mind, we approach each moment as if for the first time, with fresh eyes and an open heart. This beginner's mind is the empty cuprity to receive whatever arises without resistance or expectation. The scholar in the story needed to empty his cup, to let go of his attachment to what he thought he knew before he could truly learn. Reflect for a moment on your own mind. What fills your mental cup? Are there thoughts or beliefs you cling to that may limit your openness? Are you holding on to judgments that cloud your perception? Are there fears or anxieties that keep your mind restless and overflowing? The act of emptying the cup does not mean losing knowledge or insight. Rather, it means releasing attachment to fixed ideas and welcoming the unknown with curiosity and acceptance. Imagine for a moment your mind as a cup. Visualize it filled to the brim with swirling thoughts, worries, and mental noise. Now, imagine setting the cup down and allowing the contents to settle like sediment in still water. See the murky water slowly clearing until the cup becomes transparent and still. This stillness represents a mind free from clutterer, mind open and receptive. In practical terms, emptying the cup can be likened to the practice of mindfulness. Meditation. When we meditate, we observe thoughts without getting caught up in them. We let them arise and pass away, like leaves floating on a stream. This gentle observation allows mental clutter to dissolve naturally. The mind gradually finds its way back to a state of calm clarity. As we move through life, we continuously accumulate new thoughts and experiences. The mind is designed to engage with the world, to learn and adapt. But it is also important to regularly pause and let go to clear out the mental accumulation so we can see more clearly. The Zen master's teaching reminds us that wisdom does not come from holding tightly to our opinions, but from creating space to receive new insight. Sometimes we resist emptying the cup because it feels like losing control. Our thoughts and beliefs become a part of our identity. Letting go can feel like stepping into the unknown, but true freedom arises when we loosen the grip on these mental constructs and allow ourselves to be present with what is, without attachment. The overflowing cup can also symbolize emotional clutter. Carrying old grievances, fears, or resentments fills the mind and heart, leaving little room for peace. Practicing letting go in this way can open a space within where healing and balance naturally arise. Reflect on times when you have felt overwhelmed mentally or emotionally. Perhaps your mind felt like an overflowing cup, chaotic and spilling over. What might have helped you find relief? Sometimes it is simply pausing, breathing deeply, and choosing to release the grip on what weighs us down. The Zen master's quiet wisdom encourages us to approach our mental and emotional life with humility and gentleness. We need not rush to fix or empty the cup forcefully. Instead, we invite stillness with patience and kindness as you continue your mindfulness practice. Keep the image of the cup in mind. When you notice your thoughts crowding your awareness, pause and imagine setting the cup down. Give yourself permission to release what no longer serves you. Allow your mind to clear like still water, reflecting the sky. This story teaches that learning and growth begin with openness and receptivity. When we empty the cup, we make space for true understanding to enter. This is the essence of the Zen path, a practice of returning again and again to the present moment with an open heart and clear mind. Now, take a moment to breathe deeply, imagining your mind as that empty cup, ready and waiting. Feel the spaciousness within, the room to simply be. Allow the wisdom of the Zen master's teaching to settle gently into your awareness. As we conclude this segment, remember that the journey of emptying the cup is ongoing. Each moment offers a new chance to release mental clutter and open to fresh insight. Carry this intention with you as you continue your practice, embracing beginner's mind and the art of mindful presence. Thank you for sharing this time with me. When you are ready, gently bring your awareness back to your body and surroundings. Open your eyes softly or lift your gaze. Carry this clarity and openness into the rest of your day if you would like. I can guide you now into a brief meditation to embody the emptiness of the cup and the openness it invites. Would you like to proceed with that? Take a moment now to notice your breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest or belly as air flows in and out. There is no need to change your breathing. Simply observe its natural rhythm, steady and calm. This meditation will gently guide you through your entire body, inviting you to become aware of sensations, tensions, and places where negative energy might be held. As you bring mindful attention to each part, you will be encouraged to soften and release, creating space for ease, relaxation, and renewed balance. Let us begin. Bring your attention first to the top of your head. Notice any sensations there though. Feeling of air against your scalp, the weight of your hair, or simply the awareness of that spot. There may be warmth, coolness, tingling, or perhaps no particular sensation at all. Whatever is present, acknowledge it without judgment. Now, imagine a gentle wave of relaxation beginning to flow down from the top of your head. Feel this wave as it slowly moves over your forehead, smoothing any wrinkles or tension. Allow your forehead muscles to soften. Notice your eyebrows, the space between them. Let this area relax, releasing any tightness or furrowing. Feel your eyes resting deeply in their sockets. Let the muscles around your eyes soften as if a gentle hand is cradling them, releasing any strain from long hours of looking or tension. Relax your cheeks and jaw. If your teeth are clenched, part them slightly, allowing your tongue to rest comfortably. Allow your lips to gently separate or rest naturally. Whatever feels most soothing. Notice any tension around your mouth and jaw. With your next exhale, invite those muscles to soften and release. Feel this wave of relaxation flowing down your neck. Often, the neck holds tension from stress or poor posture. Bring kind awareness to your neck muscles with each breath out. Imagine the tightness loosening, like melting ice. Sense the weight of your head balanced effortlessly on your neck and shoulders. Now, let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Feel the space between your shoulders widen as tension dissolves. If your shoulders feel heavy, allow that weight to sink deeper into the support beneath you. If you notice any tightness or discomfort, simply observe it and then breathe into that area. Imagine your breath gently massaging the muscles, inviting them to relax and let go. Bring your attention slowly to your upper arms, noticing any sensations there. Feel the surfaces of your skin, the warmth or coolness, the pressure of clothing or air. Invite your upper arms to soften. Move your awareness down to your elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands. Notice any stiffness, aches, or tension. Perhaps you've been gripping something tightly or typing for long periods. Imagine your hands becoming heavy and relaxed. Feel your fingers releasing, maybe even gently curling or stretching, allowing any built-up tension to dissolve. Bring your full attention now to your chest and upper back. Notice the rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Feel your lungs expanding with fresh air, nourishing every cell in your body. Pay attention to any tightness or discomfort in your chest or back. Breathe into those areas, softening with each exhale. Imagine your breath flowing through your entire torso like a warm, soothing river. Let your abdomen relax fully, releasing any tension held there. Allow your belly to rise gently with each inhale and fall naturally with each exhale. Notice your lower back and waist, areas that often carry stress or physical strain. With awareness and kindness, invite relaxation to these muscles. Feel any stiffness melting away, replaced by warmth and ease. Now, shift your attention slowly down through your hips and pelvis. Sense the weight of your body pressing into your seat or floor. Imagine your pelvis becoming heavy, grounded, and supported. If you notice tightness or discomfort, breathe into it gently, inviting release. Bring awareness down your thighs. Feel the weight of your legs supported, heavy and relaxed. Notice any tension held in the muscles of your thighs, often caused by sitting or standing for long periods. With each breath out, invite those muscles to soften. Allow your attention to move slowly to your knees, acknowledging any sensations there. Let your knees relax, unclenching any tightness. Shift your awareness down to your calves, noticing the sensations of your skin and muscles. Feel any tension or tightness begin to ease. Allow your calves to become heavy and relaxed. Finally, bring your focus to your ankles, feet, and toes. Notice the contact of your feet with the surface beneath you. Feel the temperature of your feet, any tingling, warmth, or coolness. Allow your toes to soften and relax. Imagine your entire lower body becoming grounded, rooted, and supported. Now, take a moment to scan your entire body from head to toe. Notice if there are any areas that still hold tension or discomfort. Bring gentle, kind awareness to those places. Breathe deeply into them, imagining the breath as a healing light flowing in and around those areas. With every exhale, feel the tension melt away, replaced by ease and calm. Notice how your body feels overall, perhaps lighter, more spacious, or simply more present. Allow yourself to appreciate this moment of connection with your body. During this meditation, you may have noticed areas of stored tension, or what some traditions call negative energy. This could be feelings of heaviness, tightness, or discomfort. In Zen and other Buddhist teachings, the body and mind are deeply interconnected. Tension in the body often reflects unresolved thoughts, emotions, or stress. By bringing mindful awareness to these sensations and allowing them to soften, we create space for the natural flow of energy, restoring balance and harmony. It is important to approach any discomfort or tension with curiosity and kindness, rather than judgment or resistance. Often, when we try to forcefully eliminate tension, it tightens further. Instead, gentle acknowledgement and softening allow the body's natural healing process to unfold. Imagine your body as a garden. Some areas may be overgrown or tangled, requiring careful attention and patience. Mindful awareness is like the gardener tending to the soil, not forcing growth. You might notice that as tension releases, emotions or thoughts arise. This is a natural part of the process. Allow whatever comes up to be there without pushing it away. Watch these experiences with gentle curiosity. Remember that they too are impermanent, passing like clouds across the sky of your mind. Let this body scan practice be a reminder that your body holds wisdom. It knows where tension accumulates and where release is needed. By listening attentively, you support your own well-being. The breath, your constant companion, guides this process. In the coming days, you may find it helpful to return to this practice regularly. Each time you scan your body mindfully, you deepen your connection with yourself and strengthen your ability to release what no longer serves you. The cumulative effect is a greater sense of balance, calm, and clarity. Now, take a few more deep, nourishing breaths. With each inhale, invite energy and vitality into your body. With each exhale, let go fully of tension and fatigue. Feel yourself becoming lighter, freer, more present when you are ready. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the room. Feel the surface beneath you supporting your body. Notice the sounds around you. Wiggle your fingers and toes gently when it feels right. Open your eyes. Carry this calm, grounded presence with you as you continue your day or evening. Remember that the practice of mindful body awareness is always available to you whenever you feel overwhelmed or disconnected. Return to your breath and scan your body with kindness. You have within you the power to release tension and restore balance. Thank you for sharing this time and space. May your body and mind continue to find ease and harmony. Let us begin by considering the concept of energy in a broad sense. In Zen teachings, energy is not just a physical force, but a subtle life force that animates all living beings, sometimes called ki or ki in other Asian traditions. This vital energy flows through pathways in the body, nourishing organs, muscles, and the mind. Imagine a river flowing freely through a landscape. When the river runs smoothly, it brings life and vitality to everything along its path. Plants flourish, animals drink, and the environment thrives. But if the river becomes blocked by debris, rocks, or dams, the flow slows or stops. The water may become stagnant, leading to decay and damage in the surrounding ecosystem. Similarly, in our body and mind, this vital energy is meant to flow freely and continuously. When energy flows without obstruction, we experience a sense of vitality, clarity, and harmony. We feel balanced, calm, and responsive. Our thoughts flow clearly, emotions move naturally, and our body moves with ease. However, blockages or disruptions in this energy flow can manifest as tension, pain, mental fog, emotional distress, or a general sense of unrest. These blockages can arise from many causes: stress, trauma, negative thought patterns, poor posture, or unexpressed emotions. Zen philosophy teaches that health and well-being depend on a dynamic, balanced state where energy moves harmoniously, neither too forcefully nor too weakly. This balance is not static but fluid, continuously adapting to changing conditions both within and outside ourselves. When we speak of balance in this context, it involves several layers: physical balance, the proper alignment of the body, allowing energy to flow naturally through muscles, joints, and organs; emotional balance, the ability to experience emotions fully without being overwhelmed or suppressing them, allowing feelings to arise and pass freely; mental balance, a mind that remains clear, flexible, and centered, capable of observing thoughts and sensations without clinging or aversion; spiritual balance, a deeper harmony with oneself and the world, rooted in presence and awareness. From the Zen perspective, these dimensions are interconnected. A blockage or imbalance in one area inevitably affects the others. For example, chronic physical tension can cloud the mind. Persistent negative thinking can cause emotional stagnation. Emotional repression can lead to physical discomfort. The practice of mindfulness, meditation, and mindful movement, like walking meditation or gentle stretches, encourages the free flow of energy and the restoration of balance on all these levels. Let us explore more deeply how energy blockages arise. Sometimes, blockages occur because we resist or avoid difficult experiences. When unpleasant thoughts or feelings emerge, the natural tendency might be to push them away, distract ourselves, or judge ourselves harshly for having them. This resistance creates contraction, a tightening or closing off, that hinders the natural flow of energy. Over time, these contractions accumulate as tension in the body or mental clutter, trapping us in cycles of unrest. Consider how holding a heavy weight in your hand tires your muscles. If you do not release it, your arm will cramp and ache. Similarly, when the mind holds onto tension, worry, fear, anger, it weighs us down. Zen encourages us to approach these sensations and emotions with acceptance and gentle awareness rather than resistance. By allowing energy to move and express itself, blockages dissolve naturally. Another source of imbalance is excessive attachment or aversion. When we become overly fixated on a particular outcome, identity, or belief, our energy flow becomes constricted. Rigid expectations about how things should be or how we should act create internal tension. We may find ourselves struggling against reality, which in itself is a form of blockage. Through Zen practice, we learn to embrace impermanence, the understanding that everything changes, and cultivate non-attachment. This openness creates space for energy to flow more freely and for balance to be restored. Let us now consider some practical ways we can support the flow of energy and maintain balance in our daily lives. 1. Mindful awareness of the body regularly. Bringing mindful attention to the body helps us notice areas of tension or discomfort early. Body scan meditations, gentle stretches, or mindful movement like yoga or walking meditation encourage energy circulation. As you move through your day, notice how your posture affects your breath and feelings. Are your shoulders tight? Is your breath shallow? Make small adjustments with kindness, inviting relaxation. 2. Breath as a bridge. Breath is a powerful tool to regulate energy. Deep, slow breathing nourishes the body with oxygen, calms the nervous system, and facilitates energy flow. Practicing breath awareness, feeling the air enter and leave your body grounds you in the present moment and harmonizes your energy. 3. Emotional acknowledgement. Instead of suppressing emotions, acknowledge them openly. Allow feelings to arise fully and then gently release them, like clouds drifting across the sky. This practice prevents emotional energy from stagnating. 4. Balanced activity and rest. Overexertion or chronic busyness can deplete energy and cause imbalances. Make space for rest, relaxation, and activities that restore you. Balance work and leisure, effort and ease in a way that suits your unique rhythm. In Zen, there is also the idea of the middle way, a path that avoids extremes and fosters harmony. Too much effort or control can lead to rigidity and exhaustion. Too little can lead to lethargy and stagnation. Finding this middle path requires mindful attunement to your body and mind's needs and responding with care and wisdom. It is also helpful to recognize that imbalance is a natural part of life. Just as the seasons shift from winter to spring, our energy fluctuates. When we experience unrest or tension, it is an opportunity to pause, listen deeply, and restore flow. To conclude this teaching segment, let us briefly reflect. Notice how energy flows in your body and mind at this moment. Observe any sensations of ease or tension. Recognize the interconnection between your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual balance. Consider ways to nurture harmony and gentle flow in your daily life. May this understanding of energy, flow, and balance inspire you to cultivate greater ease and well-being. May you learn to recognize blockages as invitations for mindful attention and compassionate care. May your practice lead you to a life of harmony, presence, and peace. Thank you for joining in this teaching. In the next segment, we will explore a meditation practice designed to support the natural flow of energy and restore balance in your being. Begin by finding a comfortable position, whether seated or lying down. Allow your body to settle fully, supported by the surface beneath you. Close your eyes gently or soften your gaze, bringing your attention inward. Take a moment to tune in to your breath. Feel the coolness as air enters your nostrils and the warmth as it leaves. Allow your breathing to settle into a natural rhythm, neither forced nor shallow. Let each breath draw you deeper into a state of calm presence. Now, gently shift your attention to the sensations in your body. Notice areas of warmth, coolness, tension, or ease. Don't judge or try to change anything yet. This is your body as it is right now, a living landscape of sensations and energy. Imagine now a gentle light, soft, radiant, and warm beginning to glow at the center of your chest, the area of your heart. This light represents your vital energy, the life force that animates every cell and breath. With each inhale, see this light grow brighter, expanding softly within your chest. With each exhale, imagine it spreading outward, flowing through your entire body like a soothing river. Feel the light moving slowly, gracefully, reaching your shoulders, arms, and hands. Sense the energy washing away any tightness or heaviness in these areas, dissolving tension like morning mist under the sun's warmth. Allow the light to flow down your torso, through your abdomen and lower back, nurturing all internal organs with gentle vitality. As it moves, feel any stagnant or blocked energy loosening and melting away. Notice the light traveling down your legs, through your knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Feel your entire body bathed in this nurturing, vibrant energy, live, open, and flowing. As the light moves, imagine it carries with it any negativity, heaviness, or discomfort that has been lingering, whether physical, emotional, or mental. Visualize these unwanted energies dissolving into the light, transforming into harmless particles that float away, leaving your body clear and refreshed. If your mind wanders or distractions arise, gently bring your attention back to the sensation of the light flowing through your body. Like a gentle current that never stops moving, feel the rhythm of the energy as it pulses in harmony with your breath, the inhale drawing light in, the exhale spreading it through every part of you. Take a moment to sense the balance that this flowing energy creates between relaxation and alertness, softness and strength, movement and stillness. Now, bring your awareness back to your heart center, where the light continues to glow steadily. Feel gratitude for this life force that sustains you, your connection to the present moment, to yourself, and to all living things. Allow this energy to continue flowing freely for as long as you need, gently cleansing, restoring, and nourishing every cell and thought. When you feel ready, slowly begin to deepen your breath, bringing gentle movement back to your fingers and toes. Reconnecting fully with your physical body, open your eyes softly or lift your gaze. Carry carrying this sense of flowing energy and balance with you as you move through your day. This meditation helps you cultivate a living awareness of your inner vitality, reminding you that energy is always moving and changing. By visualizing this flow, you can gently release what no longer serves you and restore harmony within. In a quiet forest, there stood two very different trees, a mighty oak and a slender bamboo. Both had stood for many seasons, weathering storms, droughts, and changing skies. The oak was tall and broad, its thick branches spreading wide, casting a deep shadow on the earth beneath. Its trunk was strong and solid, a symbol of steadfastness and strength. Beside it, the bamboo was slender and supple, its long green stalks swaying gracefully with every passing breeze. Where the oak stood firm and unyielding, the bamboo bent with the wind, almost as if dancing with the storm rather than resisting it. One summer, a fierce storm approached the forest. The sky darkened and heavy winds began to roar through the trees. The oak braced itself, roots dug deep into the earth, branches spread wide, ready to face the full force of the tempest. The bamboo, in contrast, bent low, almost touching the ground, letting the wind sweep over and around it as the storm unleashed its fury. The oak fought against the wind, standing tall and rigid. The bamboo bowed and bent, flowing with the gusts rather than fighting them. When the storm finally passed, the forest was quiet again. The oak had suffered greatly. Some of its branches were broken, heavy limbs scattered on the ground. Its mighty trunk had cracked in places, evidence of the battle it had fought with the storm. The bamboo, however, stood tall once more, having bent but never broken. This simple story holds deep wisdom about how balance and resilience are found not only in strength but in flexibility. The oak represents rootedness, a solid foundation, unwavering principles, and inner strength that anchors us amid life's challenges. Its steadfastness is a source of stability, offering shelter and protection. The bamboo embodies flexibility, an ability to adapt, to yield without giving up, to flow with change rather than resist it. Its resilience lies in its capacity to bend, to move with the current of life rather than against it. Both qualities, rootedness and flexibility, are essential for enduring storms, whether literal or metaphorical. The oak's strength alone was not enough to withstand the storm's force. The bamboo's flexibility alone might have lacked the rootedness to survive if it bent too far or failed to stand at all. In our own lives, we often face storms, moments of stress, loss, uncertainty, or change. The question is, how do we respond? Do we become like the oak, rigid and resistant, trying to control and hold fast no matter the cost? Or do we become like the bamboo, too flexible and swayed by every breeze, lacking the grounding to remain centered? The true path lies in balance, cultivating inner strength and values that root us deeply, while also developing openness and adaptability that allow us to move gracefully through life's challenges. When negative energy or difficult emotions arise, we can meet them with the sturdy steadiness of the oak, holding firm to our sense of self and what is true. Yet we can also allow ourselves to bend like the bamboo, releasing rigidity, softening resistance, and flowing with the natural rhythms of change. In Zen practice, this balance is celebrated. It teaches us to be rooted like a tree, firmly grounded in awareness and compassion, while also being fluid and responsive like water or bamboo, flexible in the face of life's unpredictable winds. As you reflect on this story, consider the ways in which you might embody the oak's strength in your own life. What are the values, practices, or relationships that give you a deep sense of stability? How do these roots sustain you when difficulties arise? At the same time, ask yourself where you might need to cultivate more flexibility. Are there places where resistance causes unnecessary suffering? Can you practice bending, releasing the need to control every outcome, and allowing life to flow through you with greater ease? The balance between strength and flexibility is a dance. Sometimes we stand firm like the oak. Sometimes we bow like the bamboo. Both movements are expressions of resilience. Both are necessary for a life that can weather any storm. Take a moment now to imagine yourself as both trees, grounded and strong, yet supple and flowing. Feel the deep roots anchoring you to the earth, the steady presence that supports your being. Feel the gentle sway of your branches or stalks, moving in harmony with the winds of change. This wisdom is not just a metaphor, but a living practice. As you move forward, invite this balance into your daily life. When you feel overwhelmed or tense, remind yourself of the bamboo's flexibility. When you feel lost or unsteady, remember the oak's rooted strength. Together, they offer a powerful guide to stand strong without breaking, to move with life without losing your center. May you find this balance in your own heart and mind, releasing what no longer serves you, restoring your inner harmony, and facing each moment with resilience, grace, and calm. Take a few natural breaths, noticing the rhythm of your breathing without trying to change it. Feel the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, expanding your belly and chest. Notice the breath as it flows out, releasing tension and opening space. As you settle in, gently bring your awareness to your feet, grounded on the earth. Feel the connection between your body and the floor, solid and steady. This connection is your foundation, the root of your balance and stability. Now, begin to coordinate your breath with gentle, flowing movements. When you inhale, raise your arms slowly out to the sides, palms facing upward, as if gathering fresh energy from the air around you. Let this movement be smooth and effortless, rising with the breath like a gentle wave at the top of the inhalation. Pause briefly, sensing the fullness of your lungs and the openness of your chest. As you exhale, slowly lower your arms back down to your sides or resting on your lap, releasing any tension or heaviness with the movement. Feel the letting go in your shoulders, your arms, your entire upper body. Repeat this movement a few times, inhaling as your arms rise, exhaling as they fall. Notice the sensation of expansion and contraction, of gathering and releasing. Allow your breath and movement to be perfectly synchronized, each supporting the other. This simple practice is more than just a physical exercise. It is a way to embody the rhythm of release and renewal. Your breath fuels your movement expresses your breath. Together, they become a dance of balance, grounding, and flow. Now, introduce a gentle sway with your body as you continue this breath and arm movement. As you inhale, sway slightly to one side, lengthening your spine and opening your side body. Feel the stretch from your hip up through your ribs and into your armpit. As you exhale, sway to the opposite side, releasing tension in the other side of your torso. Move with softness and ease, allowing your breath to guide your motion. The sway is gentle, rhythmic, like a slow wave rolling through your body. Notice how this movement encourages flexibility in your spine and hips, areas where we often hold tension and stress. With each inhale, you invite openness and space. With each exhale, you soften and let go. As you continue to sway, bring your awareness to your hips and legs. Feel how your feet maintain steady contact with the ground, while your hips move fluidly with the breath. This combination of rootedness and flow reflects the balance between stability and adaptability. Now, gently shift your weight onto one foot, lifting the opposite heel slightly, just enough to feel a change in your balance. Inhale as you lift, feeling the activation in your foot and ankle. Exhale as you lower, releasing into the ground. Repeat this shift to the other foot, noticing how your body adjusts to maintain stability. This simple movement cultivates awareness of balance and connection to the earth. As you move, allow any tension or negative energy you might be holding to soften. Imagine that with each exhale, you are releasing heaviness or tightness, like letting go of a burden. With each inhale, draw in fresh, vital energy that renews and restores. Now, bring your hands to rest on your lower abdomen. Feel the rise and fall of your belly with each breath. Imagine your breath as a gentle wave washing over your body, soothing and calming every cell. Begin to circle your hips slowly, coordinating the movement with your breath. Inhale as you circle your hips to one side, feeling the stretch in your lower back and hips. Exhale as you complete the circle to the other side. Let your movements be slow, deliberate, and mindful. Notice how this circular motion massages your lower back and pelvic area, encouraging circulation and relaxation. This gentle hip movement helps to release stored tension and negative energy that accumulates in the lower body. It reconnects you to your center, your physical and energetic core. If standing is not comfortable, you can perform this movement seated or lying down, moving your hips or pelvis in small circles, still coordinating breath with movement. As you continue, bring your awareness to your shoulders and neck. Slowly roll your shoulders up toward your ears on an inhale, then back and down on an exhale. Feel the release as your shoulders drop away from your ears. Repeat this shoulder roll a few times, moving with breath and softness. Often, we carry stress in our shoulders and neck, so this movement is a loving gesture to ease that tightness. Now, gently turn your head from side to side, coordinating with breath. Inhale as you turn your head to one side. Exhale as you turn to the other. Keep your movements slow and mindful, feeling any sensations that arise. Notice if you feel any stiffness or tightness, and breathe gently into those areas, inviting release. Now, bring your hands together in front of your heart, palms touching lightly in a gesture of gratitude and respect. Close your eyes fully or soften your gaze inward. Take a few deep, cleansing breaths, inhaling calm and peace, exhaling any residual tension or worry. In this moment, recognize the connection between your breath, your body, and your mind. This coordinated movement practice is a powerful way to bring balance and harmony within yourself. The physical movements help to release stagnant energy and tension held in the body, while the mindful breath cultivates calm presence. Together, they restore the natural flow of energy and ease that is your true nature. As you finish this segment, rest your hands gently on your lap or by your sides. Feel the sensations in your body, the lightness, the openness, the subtle energy that now flows more freely. Notice how your mind may feel clearer, calmer, more balanced. Carry this embodied awareness with you as you move into the next part of your practice. Remember, this breath and movement coordination can be revisited anytime, whether in meditation, in daily life, or moments when you feel overwhelmed. It is a simple yet profound tool to release negativity and restore your inner balance. Take a final deep breath, filling your lungs completely. Hold for a moment at the top, sensing fullness and vitality. Exhale fully, releasing any remaining tension. When you are ready, gently open your eyes or lift your gaze, returning your awareness to the room around you. Feel gratitude for this moment of self-care, for the practice that connects you to your body and breath. As we continue this journey, bring the calm and balance you have cultivated into every aspect of your day. As part of your journey to release negative energy and restore balance, it is vital to understand how our relationship with emotions can either deepen our suffering or open the door to freedom. Today, we will explore the practice of two emotions from a Zen perspective, learning how to notice emotions without clinging or pushing them away. Cultivating spaciousness in awareness. Emotions are powerful, natural experiences that flow through our human life. Joy, sadness, anger, fear, love, frustration. These feelings color our perception and influence our actions. Yet, it is our habitual response to emotions that determines their impact. When we cling to a negative emotion, like anger or sadness, holding it tightly as if it were a fixed identity or an unchangeable truth, we create additional suffering. This clinging amplifies the emotional charge, making it heavier and more persistent. In contrast, non-attachment means meeting emotions with openness and curiosity, allowing them to arise and pass without grasping or resisting. It is an invitation to create a spacious awareness that holds emotions lightly, like clouds drifting across an expansive sky. This spaciousness is a central insight in Zen practice, leading to balance, peace, and a restoration of our natural clarity. Let us begin by recognizing a fundamental truth. Emotions are impermanent. They come and go like waves on the ocean. No feeling, however intense, lasts forever. Anger that feels overwhelming now will eventually soften. Sadness that seems endless will shift. When we can remember this impermanence, we gain a new perspective on the power emotions hold over us. Clinging to emotions arises often because we mistake them for permanent parts of ourselves or believe they define our reality. For example, when anger flares, we might say to ourselves, "I am angry," identifying fully with the feeling. Or when sadness lingers, we may conclude, "I am a sad person." This identification traps us in a limited story and narrows our experience. Zen teaches that we are not our emotions. We are the awareness in which emotions arise. Like watching a movie, we observe the scenes of feelings passing through us. We can notice without becoming entangled. To cultivate this non-attachment, begin by bringing gentle awareness to an emotion as it arises. It might be frustration with a difficult situation, or anxiety about an uncertain future rather than pushing the feeling away or clinging to it. Invite it to be fully present in your awareness. Label the emotion softly. This is frustration, or this is anxiety. This simple act of naming creates space between you and the emotion. It allows you to witness it rather than be swallowed by it. As you observe, notice the physical sensations accompanying the emotion. Perhaps tension in the chest, tightness in the jaw, or fluttering in the stomach. These sensations are often more tangible than the abstract label of the emotion itself. Pay attention to these bodily feelings with gentle curiosity. You might observe how the emotion changes from moment to moment. Maybe it intensifies, then softens, then shifts into another feeling entirely. This ebb and flow is natural and a reminder of the impermanent nature of emotional experience. Non-attachment does not mean indifference or suppression. It is not about pushing away difficult feelings or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it is a practice of open acceptance, allowing emotions to be as they are, without judgment or resistance. By making room for emotions in this way, we stop fueling them with added stories or reactions. We no longer chase after pleasant feelings or try to avoid unpleasant ones. This balanced presence brings ease and reduces inner turmoil. An analogy that is often used in Zen teachings is that emotions are like weather in the sky. Sometimes the sky is bright and clear, sometimes heavy with rain or storms. We cannot control the weather, but we can watch it from a place of calm. We do not need to hold on to a storm or fear its passing. We learn to be present with whatever weather arises, knowing that it will change. When we practice non-attachment to emotions, we also become less reactive. The habitual patterns of emotional reactivity, snapping in anger, withdrawing in sadness, clenching in fear, begin to soften. We respond to life's challenges with greater clarity and calmness, rather than being driven by emotional turbulence. It is helpful to cultivate a daily mindfulness practice that supports this awareness. Regularly sitting in meditation, simply observing the breath and noticing emotions as they arise, strengthens our capacity to be present and spacious in moments outside of formal meditation. Bring mindful attention to your emotional experience. When you notice an emotion arise, pause for a moment. Breathe into it. Name it gently. Allow it to flow through your awareness without grasping or pushing away. This practice takes patience and kindness. Often the mind wants to fix things, to label emotions as good or bad, to create narratives around them. The Zen path invites you instead to rest in direct experience, the raw sensation of the feeling itself, without adding layers of judgment or interpretation. Through this spaciousness, healing can occur naturally. The energy of the emotion can move through and dissipate without becoming stuck. Negative energy held in the body and mind finds release, restoring balance. In your daily life, non-attachment to emotions empowers you to live with greater freedom. You become less controlled by emotional highs and lows, and more grounded in your innate wisdom and compassion. You might find that even difficult emotions hold messages and lessons. For example, anger may highlight boundaries that need attention. Sadness may invite gentle self-care, and fear may signal an opportunity to develop courage. Non-attachment creates the space to learn from emotions rather than be overwhelmed by them. Let us consider a simple exercise to cultivate this non-attachment. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring your attention to the breath, feeling its natural rhythm. Now, gently bring to mind an emotion you have experienced recently, perhaps one that felt challenging or heavy. Allow yourself to feel the emotion fully. Notice where in the body you feel it. Describe it quietly to yourself. This is anxiety, or this is sadness. Without trying to change or analyze, simply observe how this feeling arises and moves. Notice any urges or impulses that accompany it. Bring your awareness to the space around the emotion, the clear sky of your mind. See if you can hold the emotion lightly, without clutching it or pushing it away. If the mind wanders, gently return to the sensation and the breath. Sit with this spacious awareness for a few minutes, cultivating kindness and openness. When you are ready, slowly bring your attention back to the room. Carry this sense of spaciousness with you as you move through your day. Remember, non-attachment to emotions is a skill developed over time. It is normal for the mind to resist or for emotions to feel intense. With patience and consistent practice, you will cultivate greater freedom and balance to support your journey. Here are a few reflections to ponder. What emotions do you find hardest to let go of? Why? How does clinging to emotions affect your body and mind? What sensations do you notice when you practice observing emotions without judgment? How can you create more space in your awareness for emotions to flow freely? In what ways might embracing impermanence of emotions bring peace? In the coming segments, we will explore meditation practices that deepen this spacious awareness and invite healing through mindful observation. For now, rest in this teaching, allowing the wisdom of non-attachment to emotions to settle gently. Within BIT, may this practice nourish your mind, ease your heart, and bring you closer to the calm balance that is your true nature. Find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. Allow your body to settle softly into the surface beneath you. Take a deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand, and slowly exhale, releasing any tension. With each breath, invite yourself to arrive fully in this present moment. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or soften your gaze. Begin to turn your attention inward, towards your inner landscape. Begin by noticing the natural rhythm of your breath, the gentle rise and fall of your chest and belly as you breathe in and out. Allow the breath to be easy and effortless, without forcing or controlling it. As you settle into this rhythm, gently bring awareness to your emotional state. You might sense feelings already present, perhaps subtle or strong. There is no need to analyze or label anything yet. Simply notice what is there. Emotions can be vivid and alive, or soft and subtle. They may manifest as sensations in your body, colors in your mind's eye, or a felt sense deep within. Let yourself receive whatever arises with openness. Imagine your mind as a vast sky. Emotions are like clouds, sometimes light and fluffy, sometimes heavy and dark. Just as the sky holds all weather without resistance, you too can hold your emotions without pushing them away or grabbing onto them. If a particular emotion stands out to you, perhaps anxiety, sadness, anger, joy, or something else, gently acknowledge its presence. You might silently say to yourself, "Here is anxiety," or here is sadness. There is no need to judge the emotion as good or bad. Instead, meet it as a visitor, a passing guest in your awareness. Welcome it with kindness, even if it is uncomfortable. Now, notice where you feel this emotion in your body. Perhaps there is tightness in the chest, heat in the face, a knot in the stomach, or a softness around the heart. Bring gentle attention to this physical sensation, allowing it to be fully sensed. As you breathe in, imagine drawing awareness and acceptance into this area. As you breathe out, feel any tension or resistance begin to soften and release. If your mind starts to narrate stories about the emotion, "I shouldn't feel this way," or "this is too much," gently guide yourself back to direct experience. Return to the raw sensation without adding commentary. It is natural for the mind to want to change or fix uncomfortable feelings, but in this meditation, we practice simply being with them as they are. Notice the quality of the emotion. Is it sharp or dull? Does it pulse or flow steadily? Does it change as you observe it? You may notice the emotion shifting, growing stronger, weakening, spreading, or condensing. Allow its space to move and transform within your awareness. If multiple emotions arise, acknowledge each one softly. For example, here is frustration, here is sadness, here is hope. Practice letting go of the need to hold on to any particular feeling, just as you would watch leaves float down a stream. Imagine each emotion gently drifting past. Observe how some emotions linger longer, while others fade quickly. Notice that no feeling is permanent. They all arise and pass. If you feel the urge to resist or push away a difficult emotion, pause. Recognize this impulse without judgment. Remind yourself that resistance often intensifies suffering. Instead, welcome the emotion with an open heart. Allow it to have its space, knowing that by meeting it directly, you reduce its power over you. If you find joy or calm arising, invite yourself to appreciate these feelings fully. Let positive emotions also be present without grasping or clinging. Mindful witnessing of emotions cultivates a balanced awareness, neither avoiding feelings nor being overwhelmed by them. This balance nurtures inner peace. As you continue to breathe, imagine a warm light surrounding your emotional experience. This light represents your compassion and acceptance. Let it gently soothe any discomfort. Repeat silently to yourself, "May I be kind to my feelings. May I allow them to be as they are." You may find it helpful to extend this loving kindness to difficult emotions, knowing that all feelings seek acknowledgement and care. Throughout this practice, be patient with yourself. Mindful observation is a skill that grows with time and gentle persistence. Remember that emotions are messengers, offering insights into your inner world. By observing without judgment, you create space for healing and understanding. Now, bring your attention once again to the breath. Feel its steady rhythm grounding you in the present. Allow your awareness to expand, to include the whole body, feeling alive and awake, calm and balanced. Before we conclude this meditation, take a moment to notice how your relationship with emotions feels now. Is there more ease, more spaciousness? Know that this mindful witnessing practice is always available to you in meditation and in everyday life. Whenever you feel swept away by strong feelings, pause, breathe, and gently return to this spacious awareness. You are cultivating a profound freedom. the freedom to experience emotions fully without being controlled by them. Take a deep breath in, slowly exhale. When you are ready, gently open your eyes or lift your gaze, carrying this calm, open presence into your day. In the quiet stillness of a mountain temple, a group of seekers gathered around a wise Zen master known for his deep insight and compassionate presence. The air was cool and crisp, carrying the scent of pine and earth, the gentle rustling of leaves harmonizing with the soft murmur of a distant stream. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting warm amber light upon the gathering, the master prepared to share a story, a timeless teaching that touches the heart of human experience. He began, "There is an ancient teaching from the Buddha that speaks of two arrows, the first arrow and the second arrow. These arrows symbolize the nature of pain and suffering, and how our relationship to pain shapes the depth of our suffering." The master paused, allowing the listeners to settle into the stillness, opening their hearts to receive the wisdom about to unfold. "Imagine this," he continued. "A man is walking along a path when suddenly an arrow strikes him. The pain is sharp, immediate, unavoidable. This arrow represents the first arrow, the pain or difficulty that life brings, such as physical injury, loss, illness, or sorrow. This first arrow is part of existence. It is natural that life includes moments of discomfort and pain. The Buddha taught us that the first arrow is often unavoidable." The master's voice softened, but the story does not end here. After the man is struck by the first arrow, he instinctively reacts. He feels anger at being hurt. He regrets being in that place. He resists the pain, wishing it were different. He may blame himself or others for the misfortune. These reactions represent the second arrow, the suffering that arises from how we respond to the initial pain. Unlike the first arrow, the second arrow is optional. It is created by our resistance, denial, or judgment about what has happened. The master looked into the eyes of each listener. This second arrow is often more painful and enduring than the first. It is the mental and emotional suffering we add on top of the natural difficulties of life. The more we resist, the deeper the wound seems to grow. But if we learn to accept the first arrow, to meet pain with openness and kindness rather than resistance, we avoid the second arrow and alleviate much of our suffering. As he spoke, the gentle flow of the stream seemed to echo the teaching, a reminder of the natural ebb and flow of experience. He then invited the listeners to reflect on moments in their own lives when they experienced the first and second arrows. Recall a time when you felt pain or loss, the master encouraged softly. Perhaps it was a physical ache, a harsh word, a disappointment, or a fear. Notice how your mind responded. Did you resist the pain, wishing it away? Did you carry anger or regret, blaming yourself or others? This is the second arrow. He paused, letting the word settle. Now, consider how your suffering changed when you resisted compared to when you allowed the experience to be as it was. Did the struggle deepen your pain, or did acceptance bring relief? The room remained silent, each person journeying inward, witnessing their own stories. The master then shared a deeper insight. Acceptance does not mean passivity or resignation. It is not about liking or approving pain, but about recognizing reality as it is. When we accept the first arrow, we can respond with wisdom and compassion. This opens space for healing, growth, and transformation. He smiled gently. In Zen practice, we cultivate this acceptance through mindfulness, observing sensations, emotions, and thoughts as they arise, without clinging or pushing away. We become like the sky, holding all weather, rain, sun, clouds, without judgment. To illustrate, the master told another story. There was once a young monk who was troubled by deep sadness. He carried the weight of loss and pain as a heavy burden. One day, he approached his teacher and asked, "Master, how can I free myself from this suffering?" The teacher replied, "Tell me, what happens when the rain falls on the ground? Does the earth resist it? Does it struggle to keep it out?" The monk thought for a moment and said, "No, the earth receives the rain. It allows the water to soak in, nourishing the roots of plants." The teacher nodded. "So too, you must receive your sadness. Meet it as the earth meets the rain. Do not resist or deny it. Let it flow through you. Only then can you find peace." The young monk practiced this teaching, learning to sit with his pain, allowing it to be present without adding suffering. Over time, his heart softened and his burden grew lighter. The master's words hung in the air like a gentle breeze. To practice acceptance of the first arrow, he said, we start by acknowledging pain and difficulty without denial. We bring mindful attention to the sensations, feelings, and thoughts that arise. We welcome them as part of the human experience. He invited the listeners to gently bring to mind a current difficulty or discomfort, a first arrow present in their life. Allow yourself to notice this experience fully, without judgment. Simply observe what is present. Perhaps you feel tension, sadness, fear, or frustration. Let these sensations be exactly as they are. The master's voice grew softer. If you notice the urge to resist or push away, gently return to observation. Remind yourself that resistance is the second arrow, the source of added suffering. He guided the group to imagine holding their pain with kindness, like cradling a fragile bird. Offer yourself compassion and patience. Remember, this moment of difficulty will change. Like all things, pain is impermanent. The master then shared practical guidance for daily life. When the first arrow strikes, pause, take a breath, meet the pain with awareness and acceptance. Notice your habitual reactions. See if you can choose a different response, one that brings ease rather than struggle. He emphasized, this is not always easy. We may be deeply conditioned to resist pain, but each moment of acceptance is a small victory, a step toward freedom. The master concluded this teaching with a metaphor. Imagine your mind as a calm lake. The first arrow is like a stone dropped into the water, creating ripples. These ripples are the immediate pain, natural and unavoidable. The second arrow is like throwing a second stone, creating more ripples and waves. But if you watch the water without throwing the second stone, the ripples eventually settle and the lake returns to stillness. He smiled warmly in this practice. You become the mindful watcher, the peaceful lake. You allow experience to come and go without adding unnecessary suffering. As the gathering came to a close, the master invited the listeners to carry this teaching with them, to observe their pain without judgment, to recognize when the second arrow arises, and to cultivate acceptance and compassion as a balm for the heart. In the busy currents of daily life, our hearts often carry burdens of judgment, criticism, or distance. This practice invites you to open gently to the warm, healing presence of kindness. Compassion is not a distant ideal, but a living, breathing energy that begins within, radiating outward to touch all beings. Find a comfortable posture, whether seated or lying down. Allow your body to soften and your breath to deepen naturally. If your eyes are closed, rest them softly. If they remain open, let your gaze settle gently, unfocused. Begin by taking a few slow, mindful breaths. Feel the flow of air as it enters your nostrils, cool and refreshing, and then, as it leaves, warm and soft. With each exhale, imagine releasing tension, opening space for calm and kindness. Now, gently bring your awareness to your heart center, this place where feelings arise, where warmth can be cultivated. Imagine a soft light glowing there, a gentle warmth that holds you with care. Begin by turning your compassion inward. It is common for us to be our own harshest critics, carrying inner voices that judge and condemn. This meditation invites you to meet yourself with kindness, to offer the same care you would give a dear friend in need. Silently repeat these phrases, allowing each one to resonate with your heart's rhythm. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Feel the meaning of each phrase. There is no need to rush. Let the words settle softly, like petals falling onto a calm pond. If any resistance arises, maybe a feeling of unworthiness or doubt, notice it without judgment. Compassion does not demand perfection. It embraces what is. As you continue, envision yourself wrapped in a warm, soothing light and embrace of unconditional kindness. Feel this light permeate every cell of your body, dissolving tension, softening self-criticism. You are worthy of love and kindness exactly as you are in this moment. Now, gently expand your circle of compassion to include others. Begin with someone you love deeply, perhaps a family member, a close friend, or a beloved pet. Picture their face, their presence. Sense the connection you share. Silently repeat the loving kindness phrases for this person. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Feel your heart open wider as you send these wishes. Notice how this simple act of kindness enriches your own sense of connection and warmth. Next, widen your circle to include someone neutral, someone you see regularly but do not know intimately. This might be a neighbor, a colleague, or a stranger you pass on the street. Visualize them clearly, recognizing their humanity. Repeat silently, may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Notice how even this neutral connection fosters a gentle sense of kinship and goodwill. Now, invite to your awareness someone with whom you experience difficulties, someone who may have caused you pain or frustration. This step is often the most challenging, but also the most transformative. Bring this person to mind, holding them at arm's length, neither forcing closeness nor pushing away. Recognize that beneath all actions and appearances, they share the same longing for peace and happiness that you do. Repeat slowly and gently. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. You might feel resistance or discomfort here. That is natural. Compassion does not mean condoning harmful behavior or forgetting boundaries. It means recognizing shared humanity and opening a small space of kindness. As you hold these wishes, notice the effect on your own heart. Does it soften? does tension ease? Observe without needing a specific outcome, simply witness. Finally, expand your loving kindness to all beings everywhere. Imagine a vast, glowing light radiating from your heart, growing larger and larger until it embraces the entire world. The forests, oceans, mountains, cities, animals, and all people silently offer, may all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings live with ease. Let this boundless compassion wash over you, connecting you to the great web of life. Feel the warmth and openness that arise when your heart opens beyond separations of self and other. Remain here for a few moments, breathing deeply into this expansive sense of kindness. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the phrases, the feelings, the imagery. There is no hurry. This practice unfolds in its own time. Now begin to bring your attention back to your physical body, the rise and fall of your breath, the gentle contact of your body with the chair or floor. Wiggle your fingers and toes if it feels right. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying with you the soft glow of compassion into the rest of your day. Remember, compassion for yourself and others is a practice, one that grows stronger with patience and kindness. Each moment you offer yourself gentleness. You cultivate a fertile ground where calm and healing can flourish. Thank you for sharing this time with yourself and with all beings. In our fast-paced world, many imagine that stillness can only be found by sitting quietly, away from the noise and demands of activity. Yet Zen wisdom gently overturns this assumption by showing us that true stillness is not the absence of movement, but a deep presence woven through all movement. Whether we are walking, working, eating, or simply breathing, each moment offers the opportunity to anchor ourselves in calm awareness. The heart of this teaching lies in understanding that movement and stillness are not opposites, but complementary expressions of life's flow. Just as a river carries water downstream, yet holds a calm depth beneath its surface, the secret is to meet each movement with mindful attention, fully inhabiting the present moment. Imagine, for a moment, a leaf drifting gently on a flowing stream. The leaf moves with the current, shifting and turning, yet it does not resist or try to control the flow. It is perfectly balanced, neither rigid nor chaotic, neither lost nor grasping. This is the dance of stillness within movement. The leaf does not stop to float. It finds peace in floating itself. Zen masters often teach through simple, everyday activities: the sweep of a broom, the wash of dishes, the steps of walking. These acts, often seen as mundane, become rich opportunities for deep presence, a core practice in Zen and many Buddhist traditions. When practiced with mindfulness, walking transforms from a mechanical activity to a sacred ritual of presence. Each step is taken with full awareness: the lifting of the foot, the movement through space, the placing down on the earth. Breath and movement synchronize, creating a rhythm that anchors the mind in the now. This mindful walking is a vivid example of stillness in movement. Despite physical activity, the mind remains calm, steady, alert. The restless chatter quiets, replaced by a serene attention to the sensations and rhythms of the body. Similarly, in daily life, washing dishes or folding laundry can become moving meditations. When we engage fully Without rushing or distraction, these actions become invitations to presence. We feel the warmth of the water, the texture of the cloth, the weight of the plates. Instead of racing to finish, we slow down to be with the task. This gentle attentiveness dissolves anxiety and mental clutter. Zen teaches us to bring this mindful presence not only to simple chores, but to all aspects of life. When we walk, talk, or eat with awareness, we inhabit our bodies fully. We've become less trapped in past regrets or future worries. We experience a profound ease of spaciousness in which the mind can rest, even as the body moves. Movement, guided by mindful stillness, is not mechanical or robotic. It is fluid and natural, arising from an alert and open heart. The breath flows freely, the body feels light yet grounded. We become like the bamboo in the wind, flexible, responsive, yet rooted and calm. In Zen temples, monks practice forms of martial arts, calligraphy, and tea ceremony with this very principle. Every gesture, no matter how small, is performed with full attention and grace. In these arts, the distinction between movement and meditation blurs. The act itself is the meditation. This integration of stillness and movement is essential because life rarely offers us the luxury of long periods of sitting quietly. Responsibilities, relationships, and unexpected events call us into action. Zen invites us to meet these moments, not with tension or distraction, but with a centered calmness that flows like water. Another way to understand this teaching is through the metaphor of waves on the ocean. Waves move, rise, and fall constantly. Yet, the ocean beneath remains deep and still. Our minds often mimic the surface, choppy with thoughts and emotions, but beneath lies a vast calm. Finding stillness in movement is learning to touch that calm ocean beneath the waves of activity. Practicing this presence can begin with simple breath awareness during movement. Notice the inhale as you prepare to step, the exhale as your foot touches the ground. Feel the connection between your body and the earth. Notice how each movement creates a moment of opportunity for calm attention. If you find yourself rushing or overwhelmed, pause briefly and breathe. Bring your awareness to your feet or hands. Feel the sensations fully. This brief return to the present can restore balance and clarity. It is important to recognize that finding stillness in movement is not about perfection or forcing calm. It is about gentle curiosity and acceptance. Some days our minds may be busy or restless. This is natural. The practice is to keep returning to presence, moment by moment, like a patient gardener tending the soil. When we cultivate this mindful movement, we gradually soften habitual patterns of distraction, impatience, and stress. We open space for joy and gratitude to arise. Even in challenging situations, this calm presence can be a refuge, a quiet center that holds us steady. Zen stories often highlight this balance of activity and stillness. One classic teaching describes a master walking through a forest. As he moves, he listens deeply, not just with his ears, but with his whole being. Each step is deliberate, each breath connected. He moves with the forest, neither resisting the path nor rushing ahead. This harmony between action and awareness reflects the art of finding stillness in movement in your own life. Consider where you might invite this practice. Maybe in your morning routine, your commute, or during conversations. Each moment can become a small meditation if approached with mindfulness. To deepen this practice, try to notice the natural rhythms of your body during daily tasks. When cooking, feel the textures of ingredients, the sounds of chopping and stirring. When cleaning, attend to the sensation of water or cloth. When walking, notice how your feet lift and fall. Allow these details to draw you into the present. This attentiveness does not take extra time or effort. Instead, it transforms ordinary moments into profound experiences. The mind quiets as it rests in sensory awareness, dissolving worries about past or future. In Zen, this practice is often described as being like the river. The river flows constantly, moving forward, adapting to obstacles, yet always in motion. There is no struggle against the current, only a fluid engagement with whatever arises. We too are invited to flow with life's movements, meeting each moment with openness and calm. Remember, finding stillness in movement does not mean withdrawing from life. Rather, it is embracing life fully with gentle awareness. Centered participants, this balance nurtures harmony within ourselves and with others. When we move with presence, our actions carry clarity and kindness. We respond rather than react, listen deeply, and act with intention. In closing this teaching, take a few moments to reflect. Where in your day do you feel rushed or scattered? How might you bring a seed of stillness into those moments? Even the smallest practice can create ripples of peace throughout your life. As you continue your journey, may you find the art of stillness in movement, carrying calm presence wherever you go. Walking meditation is a beautiful bridge between stillness and movement. It helps us embody mindfulness, fully rooting us in the present moment while gently releasing tension and restoring balance in body and mind. Begin by finding a comfortable space where you can walk slowly and without interruption for a few minutes. This could be indoors or outdoors, on a path, in a quiet room, or even in your garden. The length of the path is not as important as your intention to move mindfully. Stand still for a moment before you begin. Feel your feet firmly connecting with the ground beneath you. Notice the sensations in your feet, perhaps warmth, coolness, pressure, or the subtle textures of the surface you stand upon. Take a slow, deep breath. As you inhale, feel your body open and settle. As you exhale, allow any tension or distractions to soften and fall away. Now, begin to walk slowly, allowing each step to be deliberate and fully experienced. There is no need to hurry. Walking meditation invites you to slow down your usual pace, moving gently with attention. Bring your awareness to the first movement, the lifting of one foot. Feel the muscles contract slightly as you prepare to lift. Notice how your weight shifts to the other foot. You might feel a brief lightness or even a slight sense of floating dot. Next, attend to the movement of your foot moving forward. Then, gently place your foot down, heel first or flat-footed, depending on how you naturally walk. As you take each step, allow your breathing to find a natural rhythm with your movement. You might inhale for 2 steps and exhale for 2 steps, or simply let your breath flow freely. Pattern of lifting, moving, placing, and shifting weight with mindful attention. Each phase of the step invites you to slow down and observe. You do not need to force anything, simply notice what naturally arises as you walk. You may become aware of tension held in your body, perhaps in your shoulders, neck, jaw, or hips. Use this practice to gently release that tension. With each exhale, imagine softening and letting go. Feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Soften your facial muscles. Relax your hands and arms. Walking meditation can be an elegant dance between movement and relaxation. Just allow your body to move as it wants to, with gentle attention. If your mind begins to wander, perhaps planning, recalling, or reacting, gently notice this without judgment. Acknowledge where your attention has gone, and then softly bring your focus back to the sensations of walking. Feel the flow of your breath, the shifting of your weight, the contact of your feet with the ground. Imagine your attention like a lantern illuminating each step. Each step becomes a doorway into presence. Each movement a prayer of mindfulness. As you settle into this rhythm, you may begin to notice the world around you more vividly. If you are outside, take in the sounds of birds, the rustle of leaves, the whisper of the wind. Notice the colors and shapes in your surroundings, but do so gently, without clinging or distraction. Allow the environment to be a background to your focused attention on walking. If indoors, notice the feeling of air on your skin, the scent in the room. All of these become part of your meditation, woven into the fabric of your presence. This practice is an invitation to embody mindfulness not as a distant ideal, but as a living experience in your body and breath. Walking meditation teaches us that presence is not only found in stillness, but also within movement, activity, and everyday life. Now, deepen your awareness of balance. Feel how your body continuously adjusts to maintain uprightness as you walk. Notice the fine-tuned coordination between muscles, bones, and nervous system that allows this graceful act. A string gently lifting you up from the top of your head, elongating your spine. Let your head be balanced softly above your shoulders. Your gaze may be directed gently downward or forward, soft and relaxed. Good posture encourages openness and calm. It supports the flow of breath and energy through your body, fostering a sense of ease and presence. If you find tension creeping back, perhaps a tightening in your back or shoulders, pause briefly and take a slow, deep breath. On the exhale, consciously soften the tight areas. Visualize tension melting away like ice in the warmth of the sun. You may also notice feelings or emotions arising during your walking meditation, perhaps restlessness, impatience, or joy. Allow yourself to simply notice these experiences as passing phenomena, like clouds drifting across the sky. Do not cling to or push away any sensation or feeling. Let them come and go with your breath. The continual cycle of stepping, breathing, and noticing creates a gentle flow that can wash away stress and negative energy. The mind quiets as the body moves mindfully, creating a deep connection between inner and outer experience. You are invited to walk in this spaciousness, moving with attentive ease, breathing with calm steadiness, being fully present to each moment. As you continue, experiment with slowing your pace even more if comfortable. Notice how slowing down can deepen awareness and soften the body further. Alternatively, if you feel called to slightly increase your pace, do so mindfully, keeping the breath steady and the mind clear. Walking meditation adapts fluidly to your needs. Now, bring your attention to your feet again. Notice how each footfall feels as it touches the ground. Notice the subtle shifts in pressure and temperature. Perhaps sense the way your feet respond to the contours of the surface beneath you. This focus on the feet, supported and stable. As you walk, silently repeat a calming phrase with each step if you like. This could be something simple like peace on the inhale and release on the exhale, or I am and here now. The practice, gently return to this phrase, the breath or the sensation of walking. Walking meditation is also a practice of patience and kindness with ourselves. Sometimes we expect ourselves to be perfectly mindful all the time, yet the truth is that mindfulness is a practice, something cultivated moment by moment, with gentle persistence. Celebrate your effort to be present right now. Appreciate the courage it takes to slow down, to feel, and to notice. As your walking meditation draws to a close, bring your pace gradually to a stop. Notice the ease or energy flowing through you. Breathe deeply and allow your awareness to expand. If you are indoors, gently open your eyes. If outside, lift your gaze to the horizon or sky. Take a moment to reflect on the experience. How does your body feel? How is your mind? Perhaps you notice more calm, clarity, or connection than before. Walking meditation is a powerful practice that you can carry with you throughout your day. Presence to release tension and to restore balance. Remember, mindfulness is not confined to meditation cushions. It lives in every movement, breath, and moment. By bringing awareness to your walking, you cultivate a deep and lasting peace that supports you in all aspects of life. May this practice serve as a sanctuary of calm amidst the busyness of your days. May each step guide you gently back to your true home, the present moment. When you are ready, breath and mind, thank you for sharing this walking meditation with me. There once was a stonecutter who lived in a small mountain village. Each day, he would take his hammer and chisel and set out to carve stones from the mountainside. His work was hard and demanding, but it was honest labor that sustained him and his family. Despite his diligence, the stonecutter was not content. He often found himself longing for a different life, believing that happiness and power lay beyond his daily toil. One bright morning, as he sat resting beside the rocky cliff, he watched a wealthy merchant ride by in a magnificent carriage. The merchant's fine robes shimmered in the sun, and his attendants followed behind, ready to serve him. The stonecutter felt a stirring of envy in his heart. If only I were the merchant, he thought, I would have ease and respect. I would be powerful and free from such hard labor. The desire grew so strong that he wished, with all his might, to become the merchant. Suddenly, he found himself transformed. He was no longer a simple stonecutter, but the merchant himself, riding proudly in the carriage. For a time, he enjoyed the pleasures of wealth and status. But then, as he passed beneath the burning sun, he noticed how the sun's heat was so strong it could wither crops and scorch the earth. The stonecutter turned merchant thought, if only I were the sun, powerful and blazing, I would be the greatest force. With that wish, he became the sun, shining fiercely over the land. His heat was so intense that plants wilted and people sought shade to escape his power. Yet, the stonecutter sun soon noticed a dark cloud blocking his rays. The cloud moved effortlessly, casting a cool shadow that dulled his blazing power. If only I were the cloud, he thought, I could control the sun and its effects. And so he became the cloud, drifting across the sky, shading the land below. As a cloud, he was powerful and cool. But then the wind came, pushing the cloud along its path. The wind was unstoppable, moving mountains and clouds alike. If only I were the wind, he wished. I could move the clouds and the sun and be the greatest force. The stonecutter wind became the wind, howling through valleys and over hills. He pushed clouds and trees with great force, feeling invincible. However, he soon encountered a great mountain that stood firmly in his path. No matter how hard he blew, the mountain remained unmoved and steadfast. The wind realized, if only I were the mountain, solid and unmoved, I would be the most powerful. With that thought, he became the mountain, immovable, majestic, and eternal. But then he felt a sharp pain. The stonecutter mountain noticed the chips and cracks forming in his body, caused by a small stonecutter who struck at the mountain's rock face with hammer and chisel. The stonecutter was breaking away at the mountain, slowly but surely shaping it to his will. The mountain saw that despite all his grandeur, the stonecutter, once so small and powerless, had the true power to change even the mighty mountain. In that moment, the mountain mind understood the natural flow of life, the cycles of change, and the futility of resisting the currents that shape us all. He wished to return to his true self, the stonecutter, embracing his humble role in the vast dance of existence. This timeless Zen tale holds deep lessons about the nature of change, power, and acceptance. Let's explore these lessons together. The stonecutter's longing to become something greater represents the universal human desire to escape discomfort or dissatisfaction. Often, we believe happiness lies somewhere else, in different circumstances, status, or identity. This craving for something outside ourselves fuels restlessness and suffering. Yet, as the stonecutter's transformations show, each form, merchant, sun, cloud, wind, mountain, has its own limitations and challenges. No matter how powerful or grand, none can escape the influence of something else. The merchant envies the sun fears the cloud is controlled by the wind is blocked by the mountain, and the mountain is shaped by the stonecutter. This cycle reveals the interdependence and impermanence of all things. Power and control are not fixed states. Life is an ever-changing flow where strength and vulnerability coexist. To resist this natural flow is to invite frustration and suffering. In Zen philosophy, embracing impermanence and the fluidity of life is key to finding peace and balance. Like the stonecutter, we are part of this vast web of change. We do not lose our significance by accepting change. In fact, we find freedom and clarity. The stonecutter's final realization reminds us that true power is not in resisting or clinging, but in flowing with life as it unfolds. The humble stonecutter, in his simple presence and steady work, holds a quiet strength that surpasses transient forms. As you reflect on this story, consider your own relationship with change and control. How often do you wish to be different, stronger, freer, or more secure? In what ways do you resist the natural rhythms of life, clinging to fixed identities or expectations? Notice the areas where your mind races to grasp power or certainty. Without judgment, simply observe these impulses. Awareness is the first step toward releasing unnecessary struggle. Imagine yourself like the stonecutter, rooted in the present moment, aware of the natural flow around you. See how, by embracing change and letting go of resistance, you can find a deeper balance and peace, like the stonecutter shaping the mountain. Your steady attention and mindful presence hold transformative power. Even small, consistent efforts can chip away at old patterns of fear, frustration, and restlessness. This story encourages you to cultivate patience and acceptance. Life's unfolding is not a battle to be won, but a dance to be lived with grace. Now, take a few moments to settle into your breath and body, carrying the spirit of the stonecutter's wisdom with you. Feel the groundedness of your own presence, the steady flow of your breath, like the rhythms of the earth. If you notice any tension or resistance within you, gently invite it to soften. Let the lessons of the stonecutter remind you that change is not to be feared, but embraced as part of your natural journey. You are both steady and flexible, powerful and humble, a vital part of life's ongoing flow. As you continue through this practice, may you move with the courage to accept life's impermanence and the wisdom to release what no longer serves you. Your path, like the stonecutter's, is unique and unfolding moment by moment. Thank you for sharing this timeless Zen tale. May it inspire you to embrace change, release struggle, and restore balance in your life. Begin by settling into a comfortable posture. You may sit with your back straight but relaxed, feet resting lightly on the floor, hands resting softly in your lap or on your thighs. Or, if you prefer, lie down fully supported, letting your body feel heavy and at ease. Close your eyes gently or soften your gaze, turning your attention inward. Take a moment to arrive here, to this present moment. Notice the sensations of your body resting against the chair, cushion, or floor. Feel the subtle points of contact, the weight of your body, the texture beneath your skin. Allow your body to soften as you begin to tune into your breath. Begin with a slow, deep inhalation through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Feel your chest and belly expand gently. Hold the breath briefly at the top, a pause full of fullness and stillness. Then exhale fully through your mouth or nose, releasing air slowly, feeling your body soften further. Allow your exhale to be longer than your inhale if that feels comfortable. Take a few more deep breaths this way. Inhale calm, exhale tension. Inhale openness, exhale resistance. With each breath, your mind growing more still. Now, let your breathing return to its natural rhythm, effortless, steady, and flowing. Simply observe your breath as it moves in and out. Notice the coolness of the air entering your nostrils, the subtle warmth as you exhale. Feel the rise and fall of your chest and belly. There is no need to change your breath. Simply be with it as it is. As you settle into this rhythm, bring to mind a place within your body where you feel tension, tightness, or resistance. It might be a physical sensation, a knot in your shoulders, a tightness in your chest, or a heaviness in your stomach. Or it might be an energetic feeling, a block, heaviness, or subtle discomfort. Allow yourself to turn your attention to this place with gentle curiosity, without trying to push it away or fix it. Simply notice the sensation as if you are meeting an old friend. Describe it silently in your mind. Is it sharp or dull, warm or cool, heavy or light, dense or diffuse. Allow the sensation to be exactly as it is, without judgment or story. Now imagine your breath as a gentle wave moving in and out of this area. As you inhale, visualize a soothing, healing light flowing toward this place, softening and loosening the tension. As you exhale, imagine the resistance beginning to dissolve, like morning mist lifting from a quiet lake. With each breath, the tightness releases just a little more, becoming lighter and more spacious. If your mind begins to wander, that is natural. Gently guide your attention back to the breath and the sensation of release flowing in this place of resistance. Now expand your awareness to include any other areas of tension or holding in your body or mind. Notice if there are thoughts or feelings that feel stuck, worries, doubts, fears, or judgments. Bring your breath to these as well, inviting softness and ease with each inhale and exhale. Visualize all these pockets of resistance as small stones inside you, weighing you down. With each breath out, imagine picking up one stone and gently setting it down on the ground beside you. Feel your body growing lighter, your mind clearer. Allow yourself permission to let go. This release is not about losing control or giving up, but about opening space for what is: acceptance, peace, and balance. Now imagine yourself standing by a calm river. The water flows steadily, gently carrying leaves, twigs, and small branches downstream. Picture any resistance, tension, or heaviness you hold as leaves floating on this river. See these leaves drifting effortlessly, carried away by the current. You do not have to hold on to them or push them away. They simply move through the flow of life. Allow your inner river to carry away resistance, leaving you feeling lighter and more open. Notice the sensation of freedom in this letting go. Feel how your body breathes more easily. Your mind becomes quieter. Your heart opens wider. Now bring your attention to the area around your heart, the center of your being. Imagine a soft, glowing light radiating warmth and acceptance here. With each breath, feel this light growing brighter, expanding throughout your chest and out into your whole body. This light represents acceptance, a deep, unconditional willingness to allow whatever arises without struggle or denial. Repeat silently or aloud these affirmations as you breathe, allowing their meaning to sink into your awareness. I release resistance and open to acceptance. I allow myself to be exactly as I am. I let go of struggle and find peace in the present. I am gentle with myself and my experience. Allow these affirmations to ripple through your mind and body with each breath, becoming your steady mantra of ease. If emotions arise, sadness, anger, fear, or frustration, welcome them as guests, not enemies. Notice their presence without reacting or pushing away. Imagine offering them a soft, caring embrace, acknowledging their message without being overwhelmed. Know that acceptance does not mean passivity. It means engaging with life from a place of calm and clarity, free from the exhausting effort of resistance. Now, bring to mind a situation in your life where you feel tension, conflict, or discomfort. Without needing to solve or change it, simply hold this situation gently in your awareness. Don't notice what feelings arise, what thoughts surface. Allow yourself to be with these experiences fully breathing into them with kindness and openness. Visualize yourself surrounding this situation with the warm light of acceptance. Feel how this light softens the edges of discomfort, creating space for new possibilities and understanding. Repeat silently to yourself, I accept what I cannot change. I trust in the natural flow of life. Allow yourself to rest here for a few moments in peaceful surrender. Now slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, the gentle rhythm that connects you to life itself. Sense the steadiness of your body, the support beneath you. Begin to notice sounds around you, the temperature of the air on your skin, the feeling of your clothes. Wiggle your fingers and toes gently, bringing small movements back into your body. When you feel ready, softly open your eyes or lift your gaze, carrying the calm, open awareness you have cultivated into the rest of your day or evening. Remember, the practice of letting go of resistance is always available to you, a refuge in moments of stress or struggle. With gentle breath and open heart, you can return to this place of acceptance again and again. Thank you for sharing this meditation practice. May you move forward with greater ease, balance, and peace. The present moment is often described as the doorway, the gateway through which peace, clarity, and renewal enter our lives. Yet, it is also one of the most overlooked and underappreciated gifts we have. We live in a culture that is fixated on what's next, the future plans, worries, hopes, or what's past, regrets, memories, stories, and in doing so, we miss the sacredness of now. To return to the present moment means to come home to ourselves. It means to step out of the whirlwind of thought and emotion, out of the rush of distraction and resistance, and simply be here, now, fully alive to what is. But what does this really mean? And how do we cultivate this presence amid life's busyness and turmoil? Let us begin by considering a simple question. Where is your mind right now? Are you thinking about something that happened hours ago, yesterday, or long ago? Are you planning, worrying, or imagining what might happen tomorrow, next week, or years from now? Or are you, right now, aware of your breathing, your body, the sounds around you? This is a common experience for many. Our minds are often swept away like leaves in the wind, carried off by thoughts, memories, fears, and fantasies. This mental movement creates stress and imbalance because we are no longer anchored in what is, but lost in what was or what might be. Zen teaches us that this wandering mind is natural. It is not about suppressing thoughts or forcing stillness, but about gently guiding ourselves back, again and again, to the present moment, to the breath, the body, the senses. The present moment is not a concept or a place in time. It is an experience, a living, unfolding awareness. When you notice the air on your skin, the rhythm of your breath, or the sounds around you, you are touching the present. This moment is the only moment we ever truly have. The past is memory, the future is imagination, but this moment is reality, vibrant, immediate, and accessible. Let us reflect on this with a story. There was once a young student who asked his Zen master, "Master, I find it so difficult to live in the present moment. My mind is always caught in regrets or worries. How can I learn to be present?" The master smiled and replied, "When you eat, eat. When you walk, walk. When you sit, sit. When you speak, speak. Nothing more, nothing less. This simple guidance points us to the essence of presence, full attention to whatever you are doing right now. When washing dishes, feel the water on your hands. When walking, notice the movement of your feet. When breathing, feel the air moving in and out. This focused attention is mindfulness, the art of returning to the here and now. But presence is not only about attention, it is also about acceptance, allowing whatever arises in the moment without judgment or resistance. When difficult emotions or sensations appear, returning to the present means meeting them with openness rather than pushing them away or getting lost in them. This openness transforms challenges into opportunities for healing. Now, let's explore how returning to the present moment restores balance. Balance in life often feels elusive because we are out of sync with ourselves. We carry burdens from the past or anxieties about the future, which pull us away from our center. When we return to the present, we reconnect with the natural flow of life. The body relaxes, the breath deepens, and the mind becomes clear. This reconnection invites renewal. Like a river returning to its course after being blocked, our energy flows freely when we are grounded in now. Creativity, clarity, and calm arise naturally. Practicing presence regularly strengthens this capacity. The more we come back to the present, the easier it becomes to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. But how do we cultivate this return? In practical terms, here are some key teachings and practices from Zen that support presence. The breath as anchor though. Breath is our ever-present companion. No matter where we are or what we are doing, the breath continues flowing. It is the perfect anchor to the present. Whenever you notice your mind wandering, gently bring attention back to the breath. Feel the inhale and exhale fully. This simple act grounds you instantly. Sensory awareness. Send your awareness engage your senses to deepen presence. Notice sounds, sights, smells, tastes, and touches with fresh curiosity. Sensory awareness pulls you into the moment without input. Observation as thoughts and emotions arise. Watch them without labeling them good or bad. See them as passing clouds, transient and impermanent. This non-judgmental stance reduces inner conflict and opens space for calm. Single-tasking focus on one activity at a time. Multitasking scatters attention and fragments presence. Doing one thing fully cultivates mindfulness and balance. Body awareness. Notice how your body feels right now. Your posture, sensations, temperature. Body awareness reconnects mind and body, deepening rootedness. Daily rituals create moments in your day dedicated to presence. A mindful walk, a few deep breaths before meals, or a brief pause between tasks. These rituals build a habitual return to now. Acceptance and compassion allow whatever arises in the moment to be exactly as it is. Resist the urge to fight or change experience. Cultivate kindness toward yourself when presence feels difficult. Now, as we settle into this teaching, let us explore a brief experiential practice to bring these concepts alive. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Feel yourself arriving. Here, notice the contact of your body with the seat or floor. Bring your attention to the breath, the rhythm of life moving through you. Let your breath be steady, calm, natural. Now, gently open your awareness to sounds around you. Notice the layers of sound near and far, loud and soft. Let the sounds be as they are, neither grasping nor pushing away. Shift your attention to your body. Feel the weight, the temperature, the subtle movements with each breath. Notice any tension or tightness. Breathe into those areas and invite softness. If your mind drifts, gently return your attention to your breath, your body, or the sounds. This act of returning is the essence of presence. Now, bring to mind a moment today or recently when you felt out of balance, perhaps overwhelmed, distracted, or stressed. Recall this moment with kindness and curiosity. Imagine now that you are bringing the light of your mindful awareness into that moment. See yourself gently anchoring in the present, breathing calmly, observing without judgment. Feel the possibility of balance and renewal opening within that space. Remember, presence is not a perfect state, but a practice, a continuous coming back again and again. In the words of a Zen teaching, to study the way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be enlightened by all things. When we forget the distractions of the past and future, when we release the stories that clutter our mind, we awaken to the reality of now, connected, whole, and free. As you continue with your day or evening, carry with you this invitation to return to the present moment. Know that in every breath, every step, every sensation, the doorway to balance and renewal is open. Thank you for sharing this time with yourself and this practice. May peace of the present moment be your refuge and your guide. Take a moment to notice how you feel right now. Your body, your mind, your breath. There is no need to change anything. Simply observe with a kind and curious awareness. Now, bring your attention to the natural rhythm of your breathing. Number need to alter or control it. Just notice the breath as it moves in and out. Feel the coolness of the air as you inhale, perhaps at the tip of your nostrils or deeper in your chest. Notice the slight expansion as your belly or rib cage rises gently. Then notice the warmth of the breath as you exhale, the soft release, the subtle contraction. Inhale again, steady and calm. Exhale fully, softening more with each breath. Let your breath be an anchor, a steady point of focus amid the flow of thoughts and sensations. As you breathe, notice the sensations in your body, the weight of your hands resting, the contact of your feet, the sensation of clothing against your skin. There may be areas of tension or discomfort. Simply notice them without judgment. Breathe into those areas, inviting ease and softness. If your mind wanders, as minds naturally do, gently recognize the distraction. Then kindly guide your attention back to the breath, back to the sensations of this moment. Each time you return, you are strengthening your ability to be present. This is a gentle, loving practice. There is no wrong or right, only returning again and again. Now, expand your awareness to include the sounds around you. Notice them without labeling or judging, perhaps the subtle hum of distant voices, the rustle of leaves, or the quietness of the room. Allow the sounds to come and go like waves on the shore, neither clinging to them nor pushing them away. Feel how your body remains still and calm amid this flow of sound. Return again to your breath. Feel the inhale nourishing you, the exhale releasing what no longer serves. Imagine each breath as a wave, rising, cresting, falling, steady, and continuous with every inhale. Invite calmness to fill you. With every exhale, let go of tension, worry, or heaviness. Let your awareness rest in this rhythmic ebb and flow, allowing the present moment to unfold naturally. Now, bring your attention more deeply to your body, beginning at the crown of your head. Feel the sensations of the scalp, the forehead, the temples. Allow your forehead to soften, releasing any tightness. Move your awareness down to your eyes, behind closed lids. Notice if they feel tired or relaxed. Soften your cheeks, your jaw. Let your tongue rest comfortably. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears, melting any tension. Feel the warmth or coolness on your skin. The subtle movements with each breath. Scan slowly down your arms, noticing sensations in your upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands. Feel the touch of your clothing, the air on your skin. If you notice tension anywhere, breathe into that place, inviting softness. Shift your awareness to your back, upper, middle, and lower. Feel the support of the surface beneath you. Notice the rise and fall of your ribs and belly. Scan your abdomen, hips, pelvis, and legs. Notice the weight of your legs against the surface. Feel your knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Allow your feet to rest fully, grounded and supported. Take a few moments here to rest in this full body awareness, the direct experience of your physical presence in this moment. Now, gently bring your attention back to your breath, the cool inhale, the warm exhale. Inhale calmness and presence. Exhale any lingering tension or distraction. Imagine your breath as a bridge connecting body and mind, uniting your whole being in this now. If thoughts arise, memories, plans, worries, notice them as passing clouds in the vast sky of your awareness. You do not need to follow them. Let them drift by, returning your focus to the breath and body. Allow your mind to become like a calm lake, reflecting the sky clearly when still, rippling gently when stirred. There is nothing to fix or change. This moment is perfect as it is. Now, bring a gentle curiosity to your inner experience. Notice any emotions or feelings without judgment or analysis. If you sense anxiety, sadness, joy, or peace, simply observe. Let the feelings arise and fall like waves on the ocean shore. With each breath, cultivate an open, spacious awareness that embraces all of your experience. Remember, returning to the present moment is an act of kindness toward yourself. It is a choice to let go of struggle and come home to peace. Take another deep breath in, exhale slowly and fully. Feel the calm rooted in your body. Know that this calmness is always available, like a quiet wellspring beneath the surface of life's busyness. As you prepare to gently transition from this meditation, carry this sense of presence with you. Let your awareness remain soft, steady, and kind, and whenever you find yourself pulled away by distraction or worry, remember, you can always return to the breath, the body, the now. Take one final deep breath in and exhale fully. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes or lift your gaze. Thank you for joining this meditation, the practice of returning to now. May this presence guide you toward balance, clarity, and peace.